Rich says, question for the lady is, what are your thoughts about age gap? Is it okay for a 50-year-old man to date a 20-year-old chick? If not, explain why. Raise your hands if you guys think it's okay for a 50-year-old guy to date a 20-year-old girl. Oh, they all think it's okay. Well, who doesn't think it okay? Why do you think it's not okay? Why do you think it's not okay?
Keep it down.
Why do you think it's not okay?
I just think that's weird.
Okay.
Because at one point, like, that was a grown-ass adult, and that girl was a literal baby. Like, I find that age gap way too, like...
Okay, what about you?
I just feel like the emotional immaturity of, like, the 20-year-old in comparison to the 50-year-old. Like, they're not on the same level intellect-wise and, like, life experience.
Do you think men care about a woman's intellect?
I mean, it's not about what they care about. You asked if it's a crazy age gap, so, I mean...
Okay.
I think it's very crazy, and I don't...
All right, who else disagreed with it? The age gap? Okay, why do you think it's bad?
I mean, I think there's a reason, like, a 50-year-old man is seeking out a 20-year-old woman. But,
Why would you say?
I think that there's, like, a difference in, like, the life experience and, like, wisdom you have between 50 and 20, and I think that maybe the 50-year-old isn't, like, fully coming to terms with what they're experiencing and has the emotional maturity, so is looking for somebody that can match that level, which is a 20-year-old, in my own opinion. But
I don't really... Are you saying that, like, when men search in relationships, they're looking for someone that's compatible from an intellectual standpoint?
I mean, I would hope so, yeah.
Well, do they?
I'm not a man, so I don't know, but... I, like, personally, like, I would want somebody who, like, understands, like, the things that I'm going through.
But you're a woman, right?
Yes.
Okay. So intellect and competence is important to you, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, but when I'm 50, I'm not going to go look for a 20-year-old.
Yeah, but you're a woman.
Okay.
He's trying to say that as a man.
Yeah, men have different
things we look
expectations of females than females have of men.
All right. Well, that's sad for men, I guess. I don't know. You're
sad.
You're missing out on, like...
I just feel like
the same level of intellect. I don't know. Like, if you're looking for a 20-year-old.
All right, would you want a guy that, like, you know, gets his nails done and, you know, dresses really well and he's extremely metrosexual and takes great care into how he looks and he takes longer to get dressed than you? Would you care? Would that bother you?
No, I don't think it's metrosexual to be hygienic.
No. I'm talking like he takes longer than you to get dressed and he is more concerned with how he looks than you do.
2 hours.
Like,
I mean, that's giving, like, narcissistic. If you're, like,
it's not
caring
right?
that much. Well, even, like, for girls, like, if you're looking in the mirror that long, like, but it wouldn't bother me, no. Like, I think, to me, that's not something that really affects their masculinity.
Come on, bruv.
All right.
Hot.
Do you think attraction is symmetrical?
like facial symmetry?
No.
Like between men and women?
That men are interested in the same things in women as women are interested in men.
No.
Because you're making an argument as if attraction is symmetrical. Because you're saying, well, you should care about competence and experience and stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I would definitely say that the brain is different between a man and a woman for sure.
Okay, so since the brains are different, do you think attraction is symmetrical between the genders? In other words, does what a man finds attractive in a woman the same as what a woman finds attractive in a man?
Maybe initially, no, but I think that men initially are, I guess, attracted to physical appearance, but I think that's something that does fade over time. So maybe you're, like, enchanted by it, but over time it's not going to be sustainable long term.
I mean, you can make that argument, but the point I'm trying to make is that men and women are not attracted to the same things.
Not initially. But I think if you go through it enough times, you're kind of like, you're going to sit there by the time you're a 50-year-old man and go, damn, I wonder why it's not working out. Maybe I should, like, stop going for, like, the surface level stuff.
Can you imagine, right? Working your whole life, 50 years plus. Save your money up. You're successful. You go to dealership to buy a car, right? Mm-hmm. And you buy an old used car with hella miles. Would you like that?
Vroom, vroom.
Or would you
it's a very financially smart choice.
Or would you prefer a newer car, less miles, and runs great?
And smells better.
Fresh off the showroom.
I don't know, because new cars are actually not a great financial decision since they lose
Bro,
30% of their value the second you drive it off the lot.
Not trying to be funny.
No, I'm being
all
serious. I
agree.
literally just bought a used car. If you get a great engine
you have
with
money,
miles,
you are successful. It doesn't matter. You can buy whatever you want to buy. Why would you buy an old used car? The point is, you buy a new car if you had the money, right? Let's be real here. So us as men, not saying your car, we prefer a newer model car with less miles and less baggage.
But why are you single at 50? Like, I guess I'm just not
Could
understanding.
be a divorce, could be I just want to be single. But at the same time, we don't want to go backwards and get a high mileage car, is what I'm trying to say.
Being single is not a parameter of failure for men. It's a parameter of failure for women.
Yep.
The parameter of success for men is, are you able to attract women, and do you have status? We don't play the same game. Okay, let's start this at foundation. Men and women are different. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. Since we're different, we're attracted to different things. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. Since we're attracted to different things, would it be fair to say that we're attracted to the opposite? You want a masculine man, he wants a feminine woman. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. So wouldn't it make sense that what we find attractive, what we want in a woman, is significantly different than what a woman wants in a man? Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So a man is the one that gives out the relationship. The woman is trying to get a relationship. The man wants sex, and the woman gives out sex. So women want to walk down the aisle in a white dress and get married. Men want to get laid. So it's a battle to, kind of get what you want from the opposite gender without necessarily having to give up what you give. How many of you girls have a guy in the friend zone right now that hangs out with you, takes you on dinner dates, maybe gives you attention, whatever, but you don't fuck him? You're getting what you want, but he's not getting what he wants. Same thing with us. How many girls do we have where we might have sex with them, but we never marry them?
Yep.
It's the same thing. Just like you guys put a guy in the friend zone, we put girls in the sex zone. So saying single at 50 years old, that's not the same barometer of failure as it is for a woman being single at 50 years old. If you're single at 50 years old as a woman, you fucked up. If you're single at 50 years old as a man, you're probably doing something correct. And you probably have money, you probably have status, and you can pick which girl you want. It's your job to get in a relationship and married. It's our job to fuck.
I don't know. It just sounds like you would pick a 20-year-old because it's easy and you don't want to put in the work.
No, because a woman at 20 years old is at her peak.
I think that there's value in a woman, whether she's single, in a relationship. Like, I feel like this is
Okay, let's go
Like
off
a
biology.
general-
Let's go off biology.
I feel like
Men want women that are young, fertile, and attractive and can bear children. 50-year-old women can't supply that.
Yeah.
okay.
So men want younger, more attractive women. This is the way it's been since forever.
Yeah, but this isn't like a million years ago. Like, you
Yeah,
have to
but we're
think
still
about like
hardwired.
the
We're still
sociology
hardwired.
behind it.
Yes, but we're still hardwired by traits that have been around for millennia. You still want a guy that makes more money than you and is stronger and tall, right?
I don't think money.
on.
Maybe I'm not the
Answer
person
the
to talk
question.
to about this.
You want a guy that's taller
Because
than you, correct?
I don't have like the answers you're
Answer the
gonna want.
question.
Do you want a guy that's taller than you?
Yeah, taller is fine.
Do you want a guy that's stronger than you physically, can protect you?
Sure.
Okay. Why do you want these things even though we live in a very safe and civilized world where you don't necessarily need these things? Why do you still yearn for it in a man?
Ooh.
Well, no, I'm saying I agree with you with that.
Okay, so hold on,
100%.
stop right there.
But my thing
So hold on,
is,
stop. I need you to think for 2 seconds. You don't need a tall man that's stronger than you, but you still want it, right? So you're saying, well, why do you want a young, attractive girl? We're hardwired to want that, just like you're hardwired to want a strong, tall man.
okay, but a strong, tall man could be like the same age as me. Like, why would I go for somebody 30 years younger than me?
That's just two components. There's many other things,
But-
but I'm just giving you an example that, like, what you're attracted to and what you're aroused by, it's ingrained in you. It's not like what society tells you most of the time.
But I think that when you're sitting here saying like you want somebody feminine or somebody masculine, I think that those are things that society is telling you. Like, you guys keep going back to money, but that's a very like societally based value system.
No, it's not. It's biology. Women look for men that have excess resources.
How is there money in biology? It's in my DNA.
Yes, because money equates to resources, which means you can raise a family and take care of a family.
Provider.
Maybe
Your
like in
provider.
the U.S., but look at other countries that have a
Same-
It's
different
even more
economic
pronounced in
system.
other countries. It's even more pronounced.
When you're poor, what can you resort to? Only what biology from the past. When you're
Matter of
poor.
fact, when you go to other countries, the gender norms are even more pronounced. Because when you live in a poor society, the genders go back to what they naturally are. The men work typically, and the women are staying at home. You go to any poorer country, they adhere more to traditional values than in the United States. It's only here in the West where women work and think that they could do everything a man can do. But the reality is it doesn't work that
And
way.
it's for
No,
survival.
I'm not saying a woman can do everything a man can do, but I also don't think a man can do everything a woman can do. I just think that there's a difference in the values
what?
that each other look
Here's
for.
the end of it, right?
Like
we
birth?
just don't want all used up hoes, okay? We don't want all used up hoes.
Can I say
But you could be
something?
50-year-old woman who's not a used up hoe. Like, what if it's the same situation where she's single because she was married and her husband died?
They just
Let's
don't
be
prefer
real
that.
here.
Yeah, like, look, you're operating on ideals. right? Versus what's real.
Yeah, but when I asked you why a 50-year-old would be single as a man, you said, oh, like his wife would have died. So why could it not be the same for the woman?
Because a man that's 50 years old is not the
Different.
same as a woman that's 50 years old at all.
Yeah, it's not.
Doesn't even come close. A man that's 50 years old, more than likely, if he does the work, is going to be more attractive than a woman that's 50 years
In the
old.
clubs, yachts.
I don't know. My mom is hot as fuck, and she's like
VIP.
53.
I've
so-
never seen grannies on fucking yachts.
It's called Forever 21, not Forever 51. Like, come on, man. Like, ladies, let's be honest here. There's a reason why women are terrified of turning 30. Like, you guys understand that your youthfulness is a big part of your ability to be attractive to the opposite gender and get the
And
best guy that
body
you can.
counts.
Like,
what-
a 50-year-old woman is not the same as a 50-year-old man at all. That's egalitarian, blank slate equalism that doesn't work in the real world. Like, that does, it sounds good. You're probably going to vote Kamala now that I can tell.
Kamala.
But like, this is not how the real world works. Men want, since the beginning of time, young, attractive, fertile women. That's how it is. And women want men that have status, tall, and strong.
And that was
This is biology. This isn't what I think or what I feel. This is what women look for versus what men look for. And to not acknowledge biological realities between the two genders is just ridiculous.
and to that point, look at the advent of sugar daddies. It's for a reason.
Yep.
Older, successful guys, mature.
Yeah, but they're usually used more as like pay pigs than anything else.
What? This is what?
Pay pig.
Like they just send you money. You don't have to like do anything apart from talk to them for it.
Well,
Yo, Myron.
all right. I'm gonna leave that there. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think this whole concept of like where women think that like men and women are the same and like a 50-year-old woman is the same as a 50-year-old man doesn't even come close.
What do you
Like,
expect a
that's crazy.
50-year-old woman to do then?
She's screwed. She's
She's
cooked.
Well, have you
She's
looked
cooked.
at like
She's cooked.
have
She's
you looked
cooked.
at like
Yo, listen,
medicine and how
man.
far it's come? Like guys get like erectile dysfunction and they make pills for that. Like they can have an ED at 50 and
Okay.
then the
Botox.
woman can go
Okay,
get
but
vaginal
look,
rejuvenation at
every day,
50.
bro.
Look, a man's sexuality is not his primary agency.
But that's
A
what you
woman's
just told
sexuality,
me.
okay, because
You just said a man's job biologically is to basically like look for a young woman that he can.
Pump and dump.
But I'm not gonna
I didn't
lie.
say that.
Seeing it from a man perspective, because my dad told me.
Okay, ready?
So, okay, yes, for tonight. But he told me because I disagreed with I agreed that it's okay. Because a lot of men that are older, they look for younger women because older women already went through life, already went through all of that.
Menopause.
So sometimes it's like they're already over it. They're not as emotional
Have you ever had a
physically.
dream?
Think before you speak, please.
Okay, we got it.
Think before you speak.
We got it from
And I did. I was getting to it.
That will start out?
Yes, I was starting. I was getting into it.
You do
But
so.
you guys didn't want to let me cook, so I'll let you guys have the
I
rest.
just
There's
wanted
no
to kind of
fire.
add something.
Okay.
fuck
I'll
you
take your
talking
side,
about?
but I disagree now.
Go in the kitchen.
Fantastic.
Go in the
All
kitchen.
All right, cool.
Oh, so now you disagree?
Yeah, and I disagree.
Emotions?
All right.
Oh,
Feelings.
God, that's
Anyway.
crazy,
All right.
man.
Can
Look,
I add something?
Back to the kitchen.
It's very simple because you mentioned, oh well, at 50 years old as a dude, your dick might not work. Well, let's assume it doesn't work. It doesn't matter because men add value in other ways. Because men aren't looked at solely for their sexuality; they're looked at for their status, provisioning, protection, etc. You're looked at for your sexuality. So if a girl has menopause, that's a big problem at 50 years old versus a guy that has erectile dysfunction.
No kids.
Because men have to bring way more value to a relationship than just sexuality. Women typically just bring sexuality.
Yeah.
You must have some really sad relationships then.
I
It's
mean,
always the end result.
Wait.
Attacking
Guys.
somebody personally became an argument.
Yo, first mind. I asked the girls, right, to dress up for Halloween, right? I didn't say dress sexy anyway. Look how they showed up tonight. Barely any clothes. So you know, women.
I feel quite covered.
I'm pretty covered up.
Nah, you girls are fucking like barely anything, bro. Come on, man.
I think it's time we should do the costume show.
So shout out to the title. Why do women dress like 3 or 4s for Halloween?
Oh my god.
If we're not even going to acknowledge the basic reality that a woman's sexuality is her predominant agency, we can't have an intellectual conversation because we're not even on the same wavelength. Like if you're not willing to concede on that basic fact, then we can't even have a discussion because you're not living in reality.
No, I said I agree with you. Like biologically, like we can't have life without a man and a woman like conceiving whatever, right? But I think that we're at a point in society where there's more to it than just that. Like it's a lot more complicated than it was thousands or even millions of years ago, where it was just like cavemen and they didn't even have a language. Like,
here's the thing.
Now we have
men haven't changed. Women have. Because you guys have entered the workforce and your standards have went up as a byproduct of that. Men haven't changed. We're simple. We're the same fucking cavemen from thousands of years ago. Men still don't give a shit how much money you make. We still don't give a shit about, your title. We still don't give a shit about your education or your career. None of that stuff. Men haven't changed. It's the women that have changed.
But why
thanks to feminism.
Why is it a problem that women have changed and they have realized that there is more to life than just giving birth to someone else's
because
kid?
Feminism has lied to you guys hook, line, and sinker and told you that a career is more important than a family. We have more depressed and sad women than ever before.
Okay.
Yes,
Feminism is the idea that you can have more than a family. It's not just family.
No.
You can use the skills that God has given you to do something amazing that maybe 50 years ago somebody told you that you weren't possible of doing.
The ideology of feminism tells women to prioritize career and title and education over a family and to put off a family until later on in life. But what feminism doesn't tell women is that you're on a biological clock, and your ability to reconcile on a top tier guy goes down as you age, and your career and your income doesn't help you with increasing your sexual market value to get the guy that you feel you deserve. That's the issue of feminism. It lies to you and tells you you could pursue a career, put a family on the back burner, but what they don't tell you is when you put the family on the back burner, your standards are going to have to drop and the men that you think that you can attract.
I don't know about that.
This is a fact.
I think feminism for me has taught me
that's the problem.
I'm
Feminism for you.
But listen, I'm a strong woman who can do both, and so I got my master's degree at 21 so that I can fit that all in that timeline.
Yeah, you go,
I can have my kids, I can be educated, I can get my career, I can do it all. That's what feminism is. It's telling women they can do it all.
There you go.
You can't though.
Yes, you can.
You can't, and the numbers show
this. But if men like you keep telling women that, then of course they can.
Reporting the truth?
Because who has been telling women that for the last thousands of years?
Look, you think feminism was a success?
I think all organizations, all groups, whatever, yes, they have their downfalls, but I think that feminism has propelled women to be able to be successful, yes.
Is that better, though? For society on a whole?
Yes. And I think...
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Can I speak on the feminism?
Why is depression up to the 9s now? Everyone's on antidepressants, doing drugs to cope with this new feminism wave.
It sounds like you guys are having a hard time with women being...
No, women are on this stuff, not men.
I would say, honestly, I think it's a lot of pressure that's put on.
I wonder why.
Because...
Is it natural?
What you mean?
Of course it's natural. How would it be not natural for me to use my brain and excel in life? That's crazy. God has given me so many skills. It would be unnatural for me just to sit there and be I'm just gonna have a kid and call it a day. That's crazy. Of course.
What I'm saying is roles have changed, right? Where you are now saying strong, independent. You're the ones going to school, getting degrees, and being the leaders of society. But in the past, that didn't work, right? For a reason. But now all of a sudden it's common sense and it's normal, but it doesn't make it right though.
Why would it make it wrong? I don't get it. I would say in general, I think that depression and all these mental health issues have increased for all groups, not just women. And it's not just because it's not because of feminism. That is a crazy thing to say. But to sit here and say, oh, feminism is a reason that anxiety has gone up is insane to me because, have you looked at I guess the cultural trends? We're all on our phones now, and it's instant gratification and podcasts like this. If people are consuming things that aren't good for them, then yes, they are going to be more anxious. And okay, but that's it.
Feminism is an objective failure because what it's done is it's destroyed the nuclear family. And when you destroy the nuclear family, you destroy society. Every strong society is built on the back of a nuclear family, man, woman, children, maybe a dog. But feminism has told women you could put that off and chase a career. But what ends up happening is they chase career, make the money, can't build a family later because now they've literally outsourced a majority of the men that would have qualified for a relationship. Also, feminism doubled the workforce. Now you can thank inflation and all the issues that we have with being in debt and everything else by doubling of the workforce because women enter the workforce. So now business owners can go ahead and pay half the wages. Before feminism in the 50s, you can support a family on one income, working a factory union job and be fine. Now, thanks to feminism, doubling the workforce, they can pay you less. And that's why we have the issues that we have now, where even people that are college graduates can't buy a home. Yeah. Versus you go back 50, 60 years before feminism, you were able to buy a home and take care of a family on one income. So I don't think you understand that feminism has caused a bunch of issues from an economic standpoint, a cultural standpoint, a familial standpoint, a bunch of issues. Why do we have so many single mother households?
I would like to add that
Are we off?
Feminism is an
That is
objective.
crazy to blame
I-
women
feminism-
for
no, no, no.
inflation.
I'm not-
Women being the reason that there's inflation
no,
is
no.
crazy.
I'm literally
Crazy.
feminism. You can literally look it back. It's an objective failure from a societal standpoint.
I just kind of wanted to add.
reply to that. Like that's just
But
That's
see,
all
crazy.
I'll just say from a woman and as a working woman, I kind of do understand in a sense when we do talk about feminism and like failure in feminism. Because number one, what was the purpose of feminism? Like honestly, feminism was women only went to work because men were going to war. It was literally made to stimulate the economy. And even like honestly, like let's be real about womanhood and sisterhood. And me being in the workplace as a black woman, the biggest haters I've ever had were actually other black women. And we have like I'm just being real. And we have all these systems. We have affirmative action. We have all these things going for like, you know, trying to push women in the workplace. But like, what is it actually really doing? Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't like to work. I don't want to get and I have a very good job. I have multiple streams of income. You mean to tell me I could have been at home sipping mimosas and watching anime? I have to get up and I have to go to work tomorrow, y'all. And I know it's late. I have to go to work tomorrow. I feel there's a lot of, issues that I feel like we as women, and I do believe feminism has lied to us. It's given this illusion of sisterhood. Like, oh, yeah, like honestly, like listen to women how we even speak about each other. Get cheated on by your man. Listen how a woman talks about another woman if she gets cheated on by another woman. Listen to how a woman talks about another woman she doesn't like. Women tear each other down.
Facts.
So like I'm just being real. Like I have my own issues with I think the concept on paper may have sounded good, equality, but not everybody is equal.
Yeah.
Like we can't like equality for everyone. We're not all the same. Men and women are not the same. What women need, men don't need. What men need, women don't need. That's all. That's just my piece with feminism.
Yeah, I think
All right,
feminism was really toxic too for men too, because it started becoming like fuck men, like
It really
men ain't
did.
shit.
We need men. We need
Da-da-da-da.
each other.
Yeah.
We need each other. I don't like fixing stuff. Like,
Hold on. She's strong and independent. She don't need men at all.
I never said that. I
she
said
didn't
that.
say that.
I
She
did
didn't
not
say
say
that.
that.
She didn't say
and
that.
I also didn't say that feminism means you have to go to work. If you want to stay at home, that's totally fine too. But now women have the choice.
But we kind of have to work at this point. A one-income household is
It's
not
not gonna
cutting
cut
it.
it.
A woman and a man
Well,
both have
talk
to
to
go
him
to work.
about that because apparently, I don't know, a man can do it all. So, and the man should be making more of income.
I
so
never
that's,
said that. I just said that feminism is an objective failure when you actually look at it from an analytical perspective and you look at all the things that it's caused, because it's caused a bunch of downward trends in many other
Right.
avenues, whether
Why are
it's
we all so
economics, marriage rates, divorce, all the nuclear family. Like, we've declined as a society since feminism has gotten stronger and stronger. And then women have the lowest life approval ratings. Depression is up. Use of antidepressants and being on medication, it's all went up with feminism. Women are more liberated than ever before, but they're the least happy. Why is that? And remember, just because you're okay with it and you're happy and you found a way to maybe graduate early, whatever, that does not represent the larger sample of women that buy into feminism. Most of them are crying and drinking wine at night at 35 years old, wondering why they can't find a guy, because they have a great corporate job making $150,000 per year in their great apartment in New York City somewhere or some metropolitan area, and they still can't find a guy.
No family.
So just because you were able to kind of use the feminism mantra to your advantage doesn't mean that other women aren't suffering from it because they went ahead and bought into it and thought, I'm going to get an education and put a family off. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So I wrote a whole book on this called Why Women Deserve Less, actually, where I break down how feminism has fucked shit up. So, but I'd be happy to have that discussion if you want. We still didn't go through all the girl stuff, though.
Yeah.
Well, the intro.
So let's keep going with that.
If
The
you made it
chats.
to the end, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and check out the next video that I'm sure you'll like. Stay blessed and humble. Peace.